Hello everybody, welcome to my new thing I'm going to be doing. It is going to be called Storytelling Tuesday. So if you want to check it out, it'll be uploaded every Tuesday, but it will only be recorded, like the gameplay and the background I'm going to have on Fridays, and the audio will be recorded all over the place. So today's, or day one of our storytelling adventure, I'm going to be telling you a story about stuff. Yes. So have you ever known that very annoying person in your life? I'm sure everybody, and when I say everyone, I mean everybody, can relate. So when there is somebody in your life who annoys you like every single day, and it's just very annoying, you can tell that he is annoying you, obviously. And so for me, this is a kid named Ruan. You see, it even sounds like ruin. So basically, I'm going to explain to you the story of what happened today, although there's many other stories, and I'm sure he will be explaining a lot more on this channel. Don't worry, I do have his permission to say this. So YouTube, please don't ban me, please. So, as I said, please don't ban me. Please don't. I would really appreciate that. So, back to the story. So, just to let you know, here's some things I can do. I can randomly pause it like this. And when I do, it'll randomly cut off like this. Blah, 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 blah. See, so if I ever cut the video instantly like that, just know that that is a pause that I did. Now, back to the story. So we were at aftercare, and Ron's playing with us, right? And we're playing, I would go ahead and comment down below what you guys call this. We just call it the blind man game. But basically it's tag, and you have a restricted area. You can only do it inside this box. And you play tag, but you have to close your eyes. Now, of course, everyone ends up cheating, I'll be honest. Even I have cheated a few times. And so, basically, we're playing this game, and Ruan decides it's a good idea to go ahead and take a nap in the middle of the field. Now, what he did not know is that when you are closing your eyes, you cannot see. And so one of us goes ahead and, I think I can't remember who started it. I think we'll call him Timmy, because I don't have permission to say his name. But so Timmy decides to be calling for Daniel to go ahead and walk on top of him. Okay, you know what we'll call. So Daniel goes ahead and starts walking towards him, right? And when he does this, he stands on Ruan, and Ruan gets very mad. Now, this is where the problem is. As you are able to tell by the fact that I'm telling the story, Ruan gets very upset very quickly. Now, the problem with this is the fact that he's the one who decided to take a nap. So he decides, instead of moving, to go ahead and take some of the AstroTurf. This wasn't even like a blanket or something like that, and he could have just gone and laid down on the bench. It was like 30 meters away, and he would still be in the square that we're given. But no, he decides to put some AstroTurf on top of him, because there was like these cut up bits that we have in our sandpit. This is a long story, but so he puts this AstroTurf on him, and what he didn't know is AstroTurf is not a force field. So when I'm playing, they decide to try to call me towards Ron, and I go ahead and step on him, and he gets mad for the second time. Now, instead of being a normal person and simply just walking away and going on the bench, which is right there, he stays. He decides to stay. He stays. So, this is where we get into the worst problem. So this happens again multiple times, including with Samuel. We'll call him Samuel. Okay, he's a very short kid, and he stayed back a year, so he's 1 year older than all of us, so we like respect him a bit more. Not really. Okay, so as I was saying, we don't really respect. But so he was cheating as well because we literally saw him with his eyes open. He was saying he was only looking at the ground, but honestly, I don't know how you can look at the ground while squinting like I'm trying to do it right now, and it is not working. So we'll just go ahead and say that he's cheating. So when he is over here cheating, that's right, Samuel. I'm only you for the purpose of this video. I accidentally muted it. I didn't mean to do that, but I'm calling Samuel for the purpose of this video. Why did you cheat in the video? So he went ahead and did that, and he's walking around Ron. And you see, we're starting to get mad at Ron because he's not leaving, and he's becoming a problem and making people, cheat. So we decide to prank him. Now with this AstroTurf, we decide to, or I'm the first one who did it, I will agree. I take a shovel, and since we're in the sandpit, I start shoveling some dirt on top of him. And he's like, yeah, keep doing it. So I'm like, this kid is not getting the idea. So I shovel some more dirt. And then everyone else catches on, and we start playing blind man game, and we start playing shovel dirt to Ron. So we're putting all this dirt on him, right? We're shoveling the dirt and putting it on him. Now what Ron doesn't know is this little thing called gravity. So what gravity does is it stops things from floating away and pulls them to the earth. And when those things get pulled to the earth, there's this little thing we like to call weight. And when something weighs more, it will compress down. Now, you see, this tends to be a problem when you put weight on your lungs, because you need your lungs to breathe. So now Ron's over here, and we start putting sand on him, right, and with the AstroTurf, and he's struggling to breathe. So we tell him, you're gonna leave now? He starts shoveling it off because, we gotta be fair to him. So we take the dirt off, and he's like, no, I'm not going. So we're like, listen, bud, but you're playing the game still, right? And he's like, no. So we're like, okay. And we shoveled the dirt more, and eventually, after telling us to put more dirt, we put more dirt, and then he starts crying, so we removed it, and he stops crying. And he says, put more dirt, and it's this endless cycle. And eventually we decide, what happens if we don't remove the dirt? So we tell him we're not going to remove the dirt, and he's like, okay. So we put the dirt on, and he's screaming, and he's crying, and he's like, please. It wasn't even a lot. It was like... It wasn't even like 1 kg of dirt. Okay, so I don't know why it was making him cry like this. And so we were walking, and sometimes we'd accidentally stand him, and then he would scream even more. That wasn't even on his lungs, that was like on his leg. So he's very annoying, and eventually he moves. And then Lincoln's like, yo, we should control this now. So Lincoln gets in, and we test it on him, and it's pretty good. So then Ron's like, no, that looks fun. I want to do it, even though he just got PTSD. So he never seemed to listen to us. So we're like, you know what? Fine, but first you need to agree to these terms. You may feel lots of pain and abuse. And, well, not really, I'm going to take that out of the video. I'm going to take that out of the video. And you might oof. You might oof. So, Ron doesn't care, and he just says, okay, and he goes in, and then we do it, and then he's screaming and crying again. And then he decides to go ahead and sit on that bench, which he could have lied on in the first place, and none of this would have happened. He sits on the bench, and he sulks. He goes and sits on the bench and sulks. So now we're here, and even the teacher at aftercare comes up to us, and it's like, no, just ignore it. He's being a drama queen. Just ignore him. Nobody wants him here, really. So we're like, okay, and we're ignoring him while he's over here screaming at us, and then teacher tells him to go away instead of screaming at us, and he did, but no listen though. So very good English. So we go ahead and put some new people there, like Daniel, and the other ones like that. And then we do a new business and that. So, and then Ruan, he's starting to get mad because he can't be a part of this anymore because the teachers banned him from going into the sand dunes that we created. So he's very upset, and he decides to roll up some paper and smack me. And he does it again, and he makes his little baton, and he keeps doing it. So then I start to dodge it, and then, of course, I laugh at him because he's missing. I mean, bro, he decided to smack me in the first place. So then he goes and he tries to smack me more. So I grab it, and then he's like, give it back. And I'm like, bro, no, you're trying to smack me. And then he pulls it out of my hand. So I'm like, okay, calm down, bro. And this happens another 5 times, and I'm telling him to stop. I'm like, stop. He's like, no, stop, no, stop, no. And then I get mad, and he hits me, and half of it breaks off. So then Daniel takes that, right? And by the way, Samuel has nothing to do with this. He might have gone home. I can't even remember what Samuel was doing. Remember, we're calling him Samuel. And so Tim and Daniel, they're playing with this thing, and then Ron hits me again, and the paper goes flying off. So I pick it up, and now he's like, give it back, and I'm like, no! Running away with this paper, and I open it up, and I scrumple it. Now remember, this is a mature person. This is supposed to be a mature person, but he's acting like a 5-year-old. So I'm running with this, and he's chasing me, trying to punch me and slap me and whatever. And I go ahead, I run around this tree after cat. I run around the tree. Then I go to where there's these 2 house things, I guess you could call them. And I throw his paper in the trash. And then I'm running back and I'm celebrating. I'm like, let's go. That's class. Okay, so I'm celebrating like this. And Ruan, he gets very mad, so he tries to one up me, and I'm like, hey, you wanna go? So I go ahead, and this kid, a light tap on the face, bah, sloop, some nice connection, just like that, just bah, across the face, and he looks at me, and he grabs my arm with both of his hands. He's trying to twist it around and do this stuff, and I'm like, bruh, are you trying to hurt me or like what? And okay, and he's doing this, and then he decides to go ahead and punch me. So then I go ahead and I doosh on the hand. So it's fine though. And eventually he lets go, and I'm very glad now because my lift home drives it, and I go ahead and I'm going home, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I taught an annoying kid a lesson today. And so that's the story. Thank you, everyone. Well, if you actually made it this far in the video, if you did, please like and subscribe. I'm very grateful for the fact you actually listened to this whole 13-minute video. So yes, I very muchly appreciate you. Now, if any of my friends who took part in this were watching, I'm sure you'll comment down below. Remember, put hashtag whatever you call the blind man game. Okay, it's basically, if you've played it before, but basically you just close your eyes and you play tag. I know some people call it blind man's bluff, and some other things. So yeah, if you did watch, or if you did play that, go ahead and comment down below hashtag and then the name you gave it. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!